From the studios of TvGrace International, here are the ineffable words of God. The gospel of grace on the lips of the man Christ Jesus. Abba, Father.
Verse 1 of chapter 7 says, "Therefore, having these promises, beloved, let us cleanse ourselves from all filthiness of the flesh and spirit, perfecting holiness in the fear of God." Hey, where does the contamination get to? To the hands? To the mind. That's where the contamination comes. The mind becomes contaminated. And then you do not function with a contaminated mind. Or you go crazy. Or you live a useless life. Or you live a life of suffering. Or you live a mediocre life. Or you live a destroyed life full of complexes, complaining. This happens if contamination enters your life. Matthew chapter 15. Verse 11. Not what goes into the mouth. Are we all there? Not what goes into the mouth defiles a man. How many things go into the mouth? Huh? What goes into the mouth? Many things. That does not contaminate. Now look what it says. But what comes out of the mouth, this defiles a man. Yes, because there are people who judge you because you ate certain food, pork food, this food, forbidden foods. But what contaminates is what comes out. Do you know why? Because what comes out is the abundance of your heart, what is here. And if you are contaminated, I don't want to be next to you. Because what goes out contaminates. Say contaminates. What comes out. You know that when you speak evil, the spirit world, in the heavens, not in heaven, in the heavens is surrounded by angels. Imagine that you say that you begin to say, "I wish a truck would run over me. I'm choking. The situation is not easy. I would like to die. I don't want to live anymore. I want to die." And those angels, they know neither good nor evil. And then they say, "Look, he wants a truck. Hey, he needs a truck. Let's go find one of those huge ones that are really big." The big ones, such as those in Sealand, they say, "Well, that's what he's asking for." You are defiling because you are the one who is speaking evil. And you are saying that your marriage is no good, that your house is hell, that the blessed one that is your husband, you wish he would die, and he works in the FPL. He works there. Look, speaking badly. Hey, you know I spend a lot of time at home taking back what I say because sometimes I say words that don't fit. Angeles, I cancel what I said. It was just a joke, you know? Hello. Because what comes out of the mouth, what? Now what's coming out of your mouth, blessed one? Look at the one next to you and look what's coming out. Look, no, don't look at me. Look to the side to see what's coming out. Me. Be careful of what is coming out, because that is what you are receiving. And then you come to say, the gospel of grace does not work. What do you mean it does not work? It says, decontaminate yourselves. That is your job. That is the responsibility of your priesthood. That's your mouth, blessed. So you have to discipline yourself. You have to know how to speak. How are you going to talk to your son or daughter like that? How are you going to be doing that? You are contaminating them, and maybe your daughter doesn't have the capacity to not receive that. And more from you who are the mother, or you who are the father, he does not have the ability to put up with that poison that is coming out of your contaminated mind. You are annoying him. You are hurting him because you are a very powerful being. You are a spirit living in a body. You are a God. When you speak your words, they carry tremendous power. Look at what verse 15 says. Looking diligently. Hello? Say looking diligently. Looking diligently lest any man fails to obtain the grace of God. What for? To cleanse himself. Grace is for you to cleanse your mind. Behold, let some root of bitterness springing up hinder you, and by it only a few. Many be defiled. Hey, when there is someone who is poisoned in your family, that doesn't happen here because we don't receive that here. Here we tell you to shut up right away. Hey, I don't receive that. Don't talk like that here. Okay. Hey, you know that there are people who are always criticizing, who have a loose tongue, who are poisoned by what happened to them in their youth, or because they don't have a good car and the other has a good car, and feel that the world owes them a debt because they have done so badly. And then you see it all the time. They are rooted in bitterness, and then wherever they stand, they start shooting that stink, that poison there. And that contaminates many, because there are many who are weak in the faith that do not have the ability to withstand these missiles. You know? Those missiles are coming. Do you know what Paul called them? The darts of the fire of the evil one. Therefore, above all, take up the shield of faith, so that you can resist and extinguish the darts of the evil one. Some people have a mouth. Look, fish die from their mouths. There are people who have a loose mouth and love to criticize. And what they are looking for is for someone to talk to them about such a topic so they can criticize. And they start to criticize. Take a good look. Look closely who is next to you and who is talking to you. Look, I'm going to tell you something about this person. You know, here between us. Look, no, don't contaminate me. Take that over there. I'm not interested. Leave me clean. Why do you have to be dirtying me? Why do you have to be vomiting on me? Swallow your own vomit, but don't come to me and talk badly. Hello. Some people are looking for someone to vomit on. They say, hey, who will lend me their clothes so I can vomit on them? Go to the bathroom, look and scream there in the bathroom, do whatever you want, but don't come and throw that dirty vomit of the root of bitterness at me. And many are contaminated, it says so right there, looking diligently. Be careful who is calling you on the phone. Those people who can't live with themselves and are always looking for other people's phone numbers too. It is better to stay alone. Don't give your phone to anyone. Look, let me talk to my husband, then I'll tell you. And why do you have to be asking people for their phones? Unless you're a close friend and that moment comes when you ask for the number. But you don't have to be asking anyone here for their phone numbers. What's the point? To vomit. Don't let them dirty you, blessed one. You are a very powerful God so that they talk garbage to you. There are people who are experts in generating discord. They are troublemaker. Pastor, are you talking about me? You know that? You know that? But what comes out of your mouth? Look at everything you are saying. It is going to have some effects. For example, I have been saying, Since this word became a part of my life, I have always been saying, I am blessed with the believer Abraham. And then I went to find out who Abraham was, and he is rich. Calling things that are not as if they were. The guy is a general. The type is so cool, you know, the guy is the best. For I said, I am blessed together with him. Well, that is what I am. And I started to call things that are not as if they were. To say, I am rich. And I began to confess finances. And it takes time. But it comes. The same happens if you start talking trash and maybe at the time nothing happens. Talking garbage, garbage, garbage. But one day they bury you in the landfill and one day you're going to be full of garbage. Because that is what you are talking about, and what comes out of your mouth has effects in the spiritual world and manifests in the physical world. Hey! Yes, hey, blessed, and whatever you sow, you reap. Do not come here to say. So you cannot come here and say, Lord, I am going to church, help me, because He is going to answer you like this. Get in there for a little while and I will give you some light and then we will talk. Correct that mouth, big mouth. You have to correct your vocabulary. That's why the angels are holding off, because that vocabulary of yours is useless. And they are not going to serve you. A loudmouth like that, talking trash, vomiting all the time, contaminating people, speaking evil in your house, saying things against the covenant. They are not going to be of any use to you until they see that you have that well-washed brain. Until it is clean and in line. Hey! Hello, what's up? Hey, look, tell me what you talk about and I will tell you who you are. That's why the prudent person who doesn't talk much is better a quiet person, even if they call him shy but quiet. But look, with the covenant in his mouth, and confessing, God will not let you down. Whatever you touch will prosper. Now you have to educate your mouth. These are spiritual laws that do not fail. This does not fail. It has not failed anyone. It has not failed me. And those that I have believed, that I have communicated this to them, it has not failed them either. Look what Isaiah says. I will read it to you. Isaiah 33. See, you didn't bring the old covenant. The defective speaks of what was coming. So you have to bring the full trunk. Chapter 33 of Isaiah. My apostle's favorite prophet, Paul. Verse 24. It says, and the inhabitant will not say, I am sick. What does he say? Isaiah, speaking of the covenant that was coming, he says, look, the prophet knows that as you were going to be blessed with the believing Abraham, he says even though they are sick, they are not going to say, I am sick, because they call things that are not as if they were. So the prophet saw people coming. Look, and this is the only people that I know of like this. Because the evangelicals, everybody, he says, how are you? Boy, I've got the devil on me. You can inquire from any of the individuals, be it the Reverend, Monsignor, or any other person. How are you? How is your brother doing? Sadly, he is suffering from a severe illness. And what does he say here? He won't say what? He won't say what? He won't say, I'm sick. The people who dwell in it will be forgiven their iniquity. It will not say. What do you say when you feel sick? But you can communicate, you can say, passing through a slight momentary tribulation. Well, I don't want to go to hospitals. I want to walk in good health. And I am in health. Totally healthy. And I don't have health insurance. And if you have it, amen, keep it, keep it there. Because I don't know how long you have to be saying, I won't say I'm sick. But I'm not going to say I'm sick. Because the prophet warned that there was coming a people that was not going to say, I am sick. I feel bad. I am doing poorly in everything. I am doing badly in everything, but others are doing well. In my family, I am the black sheep. In my family, everything has always fallen on me. My parents don't love me. Nobody loves me. I was not born to love. Nor is there anyone who loves me. I'm a zero to the left. Well, keep on saying it so that you see, look, so that you can see. The grave that's right above your head. You're going to take a bath. You're going to be well bathed, but of garbage. Hey, if the word says that what goes in doesn't contaminate, what comes out does. Well, then every time you say I am, don't you see that when you say I am, it is a position? It is a position. I am sick, like when you say I am poor. You are poor. I am. Position. I identify myself as poor. I will remain poor all my life. I did not study. I did not prepare myself. I did not have the money. I am not like those of cousin so-and-so and uncle so-and-so who sent his son. I am bad. I'm not having a good time. I've fallen behind. I'm not moving forward. Do you know what that is? I am behind and I am not advancing. You have already defined that position. You are sick. You are penniless. You are tangled up. You are full of debts. And that's your confession. And you keep contaminating yourself with it. You have no memory for anything because you don't hold anything back. You have always been a backward person who retains nothing. You forget everybody's names. You forget, you can't learn this by heart because you don't have a good memory. Your teacher told you that you have no memory, and you already know that, and you're going to keep saying it. Say it. I have inherited genes from my family that will likely lead to my death from diseases. I have seen the impact it can have with my mom passing away at a young age and my dad suffering a heart attack. Additionally, all my uncles have battled cancer, and others in my family have struggled with various illnesses. And that is your poetry. That is the song of yours, of your whole life. You seem not to be blessed with the believer Abraham, for if you are of faith, you are someone spectacular on this earth. You have to know how to speak. Hello. Say, my mind is not contaminated. Growing in grace washed it and will continue to wash it until it is like the mind of Christ, that Christ spoke and it was executed. Christ stopped the winds. They said, who is this that stops everything? Angels obey you. Angels are looking for people like that. They are looking for people who obey. Thank you. Abba, Father, blessed. Hey! Abba, Father, speak, open your mouth, confess, I am blessed, I am healthy, I am prosperous, I am not sick. Angels will serve you. Abba, Father. Hey, how nice. Abba. Abba, Father. Hey, such a people as there never was over the face of the earth. Look, for this you don't have to study much. What you have to have, look, is knowledge. Putting it into practice. Does God ask you that to be a bore? Does God tell you, watch out? Beware of going here. Beware of going there. Don't dress like that. Beware of going to parties. Beware of going here, there. God is not requesting you to do that. God is requesting you to attain perfection in holiness. And what is holiness? Not going to the beach? To be a bore? Not going to a party? Is that holiness for you? Holiness is not to defile yourself. Take the word of God and honor it in your mouth. Cleanse your mind to walk as a God, as a blessed one. Well, let it be God's will. No, God already willed it. That is His will. He determined it. It is in your mouth. It is up to you to decide. I am going to live this way. I'm going to correct the way I speak. And it's going to work for me. Pastor, let it be what God wants. However, you are aware of God's intentions. Let it be His will. God says, if He knew what my will is, I am letting my will be shown. That is in your hand and in your mouth. Close to you is the word. Close to your mouth and close to your heart. It's close to you. Look, it's a distance away. The ones in the back are at a distance of 60 feet or so. And here's 8 feet. Close to you. Close to your mouth and close to your heart. This is the word of faith which we preach, that if you believe and confess, it is not meditation. Oh, Apostle, I greatly enjoy practicing meditation. Then go over there with the Chinese, over there with Buddha. Here you cannot come to meditate. Here it is according to what is written. I believed, therefore I spoke. I'm going to finish with Job. Job, before the Psalms, please. Open the Bible in half and look for Job. Job chapter 3. Are you getting brainwashed here? It would be disrespectful not to wash it if you've got it all dirty. Apostle Car Wash.com. You have to wash everything. Invite people. Look, come and get their brains washed. They have dirty brains. I see them talking. They are talking out of the covenant. But God is not going to help you at all. Look, if God wanted to help, He would have helped a long time ago. But they just haven't gotten in where they need to get in. Therefore, God is not in the business of helping. On the contrary, He's in the business of nagging. How does He nag? By not putting it into practice. You are destroying yourself. And you say, and why did God allow this? Because you allow it. He did not. He has already made peace with you. And He is on His throne reigning. But He needs you to put some spiritual laws in your mouth. You put them into practice and they will work for you. Look at what Job says in chapter 3. Verses 25 and 26. For the thing I greatly feared has come upon me, and what I dreaded has happened to me. Look how afraid Job was. How many are afraid here? Watch it. You're afraid that something's going to happen to you, aren't you? Then that fear creeps in. Then Job says, what I was afraid of came upon me. If I had had my mind decontaminated, it would not have come upon me. Because you are a being. Look, Paul said that we are treasures in an earthen vessel. The treasure is a spirit of great authority. So that spirit, when it's working backwards, opposite, in fear, it attracts you bad business. It's going bad for you. Everything starts to fail. Because it's that fear, the fear that you have, it comes to you. Look what it says. It says, I am not at ease. Verse 26, nor am I quiet. Hello, what are you going to insure yourself with? What are you going to secure yourself with? With the knowledge of God. If you are not insured, you need insurance. You need coverage. You need insurance. Full cover. You need insurance. If you don't get insured, you're just drifting there. Well, yes, it is good to go to church once in a while. I'm going to listen a little bit. You are not sure. You have to get insured. And the insurance company is here. I'm the CEO, the president. And it's free. All you have to do is get insured. Look, it says, I am not at ease, nor am I quiet. I have no rest. Oops, no rest. It says, for trouble comes. If you don't make sure, you'll be troubled. You'll always be complaining. I recommend you. I have been through situations in this life, and I am glad for everything that has happened to me because it has given me exercise. Here. And I have no complaints about anything, no problems with anyone. I have nothing, I have no root of bitterness. I don't have to be contaminating anyone. My words are few. I'm talking to you, how are you? How are you doing, blessed? All right, yes, raining. Angels with you. And that's the end of it. I am not going to give you time to tell me, look, Apostle, do you know that there is a family that sits in such and such a part? And then they told me, no, excuse me, my love, throw up over there. Look, the bathroom is over there. The toilet is over there. Not that you should talk about anyone, least of all yourself. If you're a treasure, how can they talk to me about a treasure? No one will. You are. You are a perfect being. Yes, Pastor. But you don't know what he is doing. What does it matter to me if it's temporary? Then he won't want to do it. Let him. When this word gets in, it takes away even what you like. Someone out there, hey, that's true. This word, this, look, me. Me? I teach this word. Every morning I'm filled with wonder when I wake up. With this word. It accomplishes tremendous things. But you have to. Look. Clean. You have to be careful how you talk. You have to be careful, that's it. Search your vocabulary well. Because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. And what comes out will hopefully be good. May it be good what you are speaking. This word is going to help you forgive your whole family. Because you will see that what they had was a garbage dump. That's why they mistreated you. They were full of vomit and filth. Because what they had there, look, was garbage, full of shrews. That's why they mistreated you. That's why they didn't give you. You're not going to complain about your mom and dad and your cousins if they didn't have anything better. Your grandfather, he was stubborn and ignorant. Your uncle, that was another nut. Your dad and mom They were buckets of garbage, of religion. Rome has a garbage can over there, and start sending it out with all those priests, and it fills your head with shrews. All those religious Pentecostals, Baptists, evangelicals, what they have is garbage in the pulpits instead of having the living Word of God. That's the word you need. Let's stand.